Bellingwood Vignettes by Diane Muir. Book 9, Vignette number 1, Three's Not Really Company. Low man on the totem pole made for some chilly days. The only reason Doug Randall could bear it at all was that his buddy, Billy Endicott, was right there with him. They'd spent the day pulling electrical wire in a new apartment complex southeast of Sycamore House. His nose was cold, his lips were cold, and the only reason the tips of his ears weren't cold was because his mother had knitted up 10 watch caps for him as a Christmas gift. At least they weren't done in ridiculous colors this year. 3 years ago, when she was just learning how to knit, she'd been so excited to give him a rainbow-colored hat. It was his first winter on the job, and the other guys had spent the entire project calling him Mommy's boy. They teased him about living at home and about not having a girlfriend, and then the hat. Then came the merciless teasing after he'd seen Polly Giller's pretty purple panties. He brought it on himself. He should never have said anything. But that had turned out really good in the end. Polly took it well and even played along. Even though they'd both been embarrassed that day, she didn't hold it against him, and was even cool when he'd asked about playing video games at her place. She liked him and didn't think it was weird that he was still living with his parents. "Dude, do you remember when we moved into our apartment?" he asked Billy. "Yeah, that's been cool," his friend replied. "We haven't had a game night in forever. We should do that sometime." Sure. Billy hadn't been much for game nights lately, even though that's where he met his girlfriend Rachel. Those two hung out together all the time. Mostly in the apartment, on the couch, but they watched television or made stupid googly eyes at each other. Whenever Doug asked if they wanted to bring up a game of Sword Lords, they were just too busy. "Rachel's brother keeps asking when we're going to play. Jason wants to play too." "They're just kids," Billy said. "If you want to play with them, fine, do it." "What do you mean by that? You used to have fun playing with them. It didn't matter how old they were." "It doesn't matter. I just have better things to do than hang out with high school kids." Doug stood up and stretched. He'd been running the lower outlets and his back hurt. "Seriously, dude, when did you get like this?" "We have to grow up sometime and stop with the dude thing. Rachel hates it." "She hates it? This is the chick with tattoos, crazy colored hair on any day of the week, and piercings in strange places. She hates that we use a word. That's classic. You are so whipped." "Yes, I am. And just because you can't get yourself a girlfriend doesn't mean you can take it out on mine." I'm not taking anything out on your girlfriend. I like her. A lot. I just don't think it's right for her to be judging me. She has her thing. I have mine." "Whatever." Billy stapled the wire to a stud and dropped to his knees. He fished in the back pocket of his coveralls and took out a phone. He swiped it open and, shaking his head, put it away. "Is everything okay with you two?" Doug asked. "Yeah, no problem." Billy walked across the floor to grab another spool of wire. "Anyway, I think so." "Then what's up? Why are you so touchy today?" None of this made any sense to Doug. He'd been with the two of them last night, and everything had seemed normal. Okay, he'd gone out with Billy's dog, Big Jack, for a long walk. Jack was intent on finding out what that new scent was in Polly's backyard. Even though Henry's new puppy had been around for a few months, there just hadn't been time for the dogs to spend any time together, sniffing the other one to decide who was boss. One morning, Doug had come back in with a dog just before Henry went out with the puppy and Obi-Wan. The dog that Billy and Doug had given Polly nearly 2 years ago. He laughed when that little puppy paced round and round the patch of grass that Big Jack had just marked, trying to decide how to cover the other dog's scent. Little dogs were so cute. Maybe he should get his own dog. Big Jack only slept in Doug's bed when Rachel stayed over, and that didn't happen too often. Her mom was pretty strict about those things. "Are you even listening?" Billy asked. Doug shrugged. "No, sorry, dude. I was thinking about if I should get my own dog." "Thanks a lot. I finally tell you what's going on and you don't even hear me." "Whoa, what's going on? I'll listen." "That's the thing. I don't know. Rachel was just fine, and then all of a sudden, she's asking about my intentions and how long I think I'm going to hang out with you in that apartment. She also asked if you'd be okay with her moving in." "Moving in? There isn't enough room for 3 of us to live there." "That's what I told her, but she made me ask you anyway." Dude, are you wanting to get married? Billy stopped what he was doing and turned on Doug. Married? No, I'm not ready for that. What makes you think I want to get married? Because you're talking about moving in with Rachel. I'm not talking about it. She is. Doug looked at his friend. That's why she's acting weird. She's ready to move things forward, and you're happy with where they are. Why should we move forward? It's just fine. Because, you moron, you've been with her for a year, maybe more. Both of you have good jobs. She's probably thinking about a wedding and babies. Babies? I just got out of my parents' house and now I'm supposed to have babies? She has the babies, Doug said with a grin. I thought you knew how that worked. Billy waved him off. You know what I mean. No wedding, no babies. That's all there is to it. I'm just going to have to tell her that she isn't moving in. This is going too fast. Okay, Doug said. What if she breaks up with you because she wants something more? Then she breaks up with me. Whatever. Billy walked out of the room they were working in. Doug jumped up and followed him. Don't be stupid. You don't want to break up with Rachel. You love her. You tell her that over and over. I don't want to talk about this. Fine, but don't do something stupid. You have to talk to her. Every time I talk to her about these things, it goes bad. She's smart. Rachel talks me into things like that lamp in the living room. It's pretty, Doug taunted. She says we're building up for our own place someday. Doug shook his head. I'm gonna miss you when you're gone, dude. Looks like I'd better get my own dog pretty soon so I have someone to talk to at night. Just shut up. Look, you're my best friend. I don't want you to move out. I don't want to move out. I don't want to get married. I don't want to be a dad. I just want to hang out for a little while longer. Then tell her that. Will you help me? She just ignores me. I am not helping you. But don't be an idiot and screw this up. Doug strutted around the room. Tell her you need more time to sow your wild oats. Yeah, like that's a good idea. Here, I know. Tell her that when she finds me a girlfriend who actually likes me and wants to date me longer than one time, you'll think about moving forward. You mean better than with that chick from the sheriff's office? She was perfect for you. Not so much. I like her and all that, but she was a little weird. Because you're so normal. Billy picked up a carton of outlet boxes. Maybe I should get her a ring. That might buy me some more time. Don't most girls need like 2 years to plan a wedding? I think I could be ready in 2 years. You're gonna buy her a ring? Well, Valentine's Day is coming up in a few weeks. That would be kind of romantic, don't you think? Dude, what are you thinking? Billy dropped the carton and took Doug's upper arm. I can't lose this girl. She loves me, and I'm not going to find anybody as smart and pretty as she is. I know that's true. Maybe she'll give me time to be a boy if she knows that I really do want to marry her someday. Oh, you got it bad. I know. Will you be my best man? Find me a girlfriend before you leave me, Doug said. Promise? Uh-huh. Billy started placing the outlet boxes around the room. There has to be someone who's perfect for you, right? That's what I'm saying.